Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome on back to Enemies Arcade. It's a little late tonight. One of my friends wanted to go out and have a birthday dinner, so we went and had a lovely little birthday dinner. Had some burgers, had some French fries. Very delicious. But it's finally time. It's finally time. I've been hinting and dropping hints everywhere about having some new things, some new speed games for Mario Madness. You know, as you know, last year for Mario Madness, I basically did all of the sandbox games and did a bunch of sandbox runs. So, you know, I wanted to do something a little different this year. Not quite the sandbox, per se, you know? Oh, I probably shouldn't be, like, eating this on stream, you know, I got some new soup. Some new soup that I bought it off of Amazon, because this was, like, the best place to find it, but, you know. New soup is pretty good. But the only reason it's soup, and it's new soup, is because I haven't bought, it's green because it's a green screen, but I haven't bought, you know, this kind of new soup yet. And, you know, I thought it'd be fun to maybe have some new soup. And if y'all haven't realized what it is that I'm announcing, I paid some money for some good gags, but let me just really quickly make a callback to a tweet that I made months ago. When was this? July 18th, 2022. Wow. Damn, that's so many months ago. But yeah, we're gonna run new soup. We're doing the soup. We're doing new soup, and I'm gonna eat soup either after runs or before runs. I haven't figured it out yet, but I have a whole 12-pack, so that's the plan. Anyways,
It's me, Mario.
No, Hugo, I'm not hungry. This is the gag. This is for a gag. The one hint that I gave a month ago was I said it was a new speedrun. So but that's not all, folks. We're not just doing a new Super Mario Bros. We are doing New Super Mario Bros. Wii, New Super Mario Bros. 2, New Super Mario Bros. U, and New Super Luigi U, which will culminate into new Super Mario Bros. Series multiple Mario speedrun. That is the plan for Mario Madness this month. More multi-Mario and new soup. I'll probably, like, eat the soup after I do a run or, like, get a PB or something. I don't know. I genuinely haven't figured it out yet. Anyway, this is gonna suck. I don't know if I've told y'all, but, like, 2D Mario games, like, honestly kind of suck. I don't mean, like, the games themselves. I just mean for speedrunning. 2D Mario speedrunning requires so much precision. It has kept me away from speedrunning any of the older Mario games. Like, 100%. Also, I'm turning my gain back down now that I'm closer to the mic. Switch, good luck on your damage list, Super Mario Sunshine. But, I really like the new Super Mario Bros. Series as a whole. This is probably like my second most favorite DS game. The first one being probably The World Ends With You. I love The World Ends With You. It's such a good DS game. But, like, 2D Mario games are so precise, you know? And I have kept away from 2D Mario games for, like, basically as long as I could. I tried to stop on the ledge there. That didn't work. Oh, God, because precision. Precision, 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 precision. I don't know if y'all have seen speedruns of the, like, Super Mario Bros. 1, Super Mario Bros. 2, Super Mario Bros. 3. It's so tight. Super Mario Bros. 3 especially. You have to manage that P speed so much. Also, I just realized my timer. I don't have a timer on this screen. I have not played any Trauma Center games, but I've seen. Okay, hold on. I need bingo splits. Bingo timer. It's way up here. That's a bad spot for it. At one point, you were going to work up to Super Mario All-Stars Multi-Run. Do it! Totally do it. Except also, yeah, Mario Bros. 1, 2, 3, and the Lost Levels. Yikes. Yikes. However, I mean, honestly, like, if it's something you want to do, you should go for it. Like, I want to do this. I've been, like, really dreading this. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I've been dreading this, but also really excited about it at the same time. What up, Spunky? Like, genuinely speaking, like, every time I've practiced this, I've just been dreading it. Also, I will put that timer in a better place, but I've been dreading this. But I've also been really excited about it. And the only reason I've been dreading it is because, like, some of the practice sessions I've had, absolutely disgusting. Just awful. So many resets. So many, like, please do the thing. And it never does the thing because I'm just not practiced. The amount of experience I have in speedrunning 2D Mario games is super low, dude. No. But yeah, it's kind of mad that I'm doing this, but I'm gonna do it. Trauma Center games have terrible touchscreens. Dang, that sucks. I think I pushed myself further than I should have with SM64. I just haven't wanted to speedrun anything else since. That's fair, dude. Honestly, like, oh no. Like, I like having multiple speed games to go back and forth through, so I'm never, like, totally frustrated at one, or I'm never, like, just, you know, burned out with one. I like being able to go from game to game. I burned out with minimum captures for a little bit, but that was partially my own fault. And now I have a better controller. Got it. I'm out. I'm out. Peace. But, yeah. Like, just, ugh. I gotta put that timer in a better place. It's been so long since I did a speedrun of this game. It was even, like, it's been months. It hasn't been years, but it's definitely been months. I did a blind, air quotes there on blind. I did a blind speedrun of this game with Nader Beans months and months ago, sometime last year. It was great. So at least I, like, mostly remember how to do this one. But, like, yeah, New Super Mario Bros. 2, which, by the way, requires a lot of P-speed from Tanuki Mario. Sucks, man. I'm not looking forward to it. I am, but also I'm not. Like, genuinely, I'm excited to do this. I love the new Super Mario Bros. Series. Ah! This isn't the strat. You're supposed to hit that block, too. Boink. There you go. Except I can't actually get the wall jump strat. Like, I've been excited for this. I, like, actually took the time to stop playing Mario plus Rabbids because I finished up the third world, the third level, whatever you want to call it. And I was like, you know what? I think that's a good place to stop. I think it's time to practice all the Super Mario Bros. Games that I said I was going to play. I haven't even touched New Super Mario Bros. Wii! I feel so bad about that one. That's the one that was in, like, you know, Something Salt's recent videos even. Ah! So I'm just like, ah! I feel really bad that I haven't touched it. Okay. Here's the thing. Getting up to World 8 actually isn't that bad, but once you hit World 8 kind of sucks, dude. Like, World 8 is kind of a beast. Yep. Ah, get out of the snow. Dude. Lost seconds. Just because I wanted to turn around for the flagpole. Dang it. After this run, I will fix the timer and put it in a better spot. But, like, yeah, if you check my PBs and stuff, like, I actually do. I have a PB for this game. Because, like, during that day that I did those runs with Nader Beans, I actually got, like, a relatively okay time. And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? I'll do more. And I saved it. So, you know, I'm relatively proud of it. Oh, jeez. Murphy says hi. Hi, Murphy. Hi, Murples. Murphy's a good dog. What a... Whoa! Hold up! What's happening? I just realized I'm still on just chatting. Lumen Aries! Lulu! Hello! Lulu. Thank you very much for the raid. We are in trouble. I lost the shell. This is really bad. Thanks so much for the raid. Hope you're doing well. Spunky, quick, can you change the game to New Super Mario Bros? Just really quick. How are you, Lulu? How was stream? Did you have fun? Really? Alright. That's dumb. New Super Mario Bros. DS. Try that. Why would it default to the most recent one? That's garbage. It was good. It was really fun. Heck yeah. Shell? No shell. I'm sad. Alright. I'll have to change it manually then. We'll just keep it Wii U Deluxe. It's fine. Xander, yo, what's up? Day's been going pretty good. How are you? Not quite what I wanted to do, but alright. Sure, that'll work. I just realized I'm using the D-pad. Go back to the circle pad. What are you doing? Woo! Nice. Alright, that'll have to do. Screamed a lot. Oh my gosh, rip. Whoa! Chroma! Chroma! Whoa! Yo! Oh my gosh! Chroma! Hello! Ooh, hey, a 1-up. I don't need that, but I will get it. So might as well. Chroma! Thank you! Chroma! Ah, dang it. There goes my flower again. Thank you for the raid. How are you? Sorry if I don't, like, see things in chat. I am focusing because I am not good at this. I mean, no, I'm not. I'm not sugarcoating that. I'm definitely not good at this. Ah! There we go. Hi, Miss Mingles. Hello, Chroma. Hello, Pupper Dio. Welcome on in, everybody, from all the gosh darn heckin' raids. My name is Anime, and this is my arcade. We are starting the next branch, the next leg of our Mario Madness journey this month into March. We are going to be speedrunning every game in the new Super Mario Bros. Series. Gonna be starting out the first one on the DS here. I'm think I'm gonna do this one on Saturdays. Maybe. I'm not even sure yet. I haven't quite parsed out which days I'm gonna do which game. Like, not yet. I think Tuesdays are probably gonna be like New Super Luigi, New Super Mario Bros. Deluxe, which is New Super Mario Bros. U and New Super Luigi U. Man, I don't know. You know what I should do? You're doing great currently playing Breath of the Wild and trying to get all the shrines done on your casual file. Woo! With a guide, no worries. I will not judge you for that. There's way too many shrines. I mean, I appreciate it, but wow, there's so many shrines. But hello, hope you are all doing amazing. Chroma, how is your stream? It says you were playing Lil Gator game. Were you? How was it? That game looks really adorable. It's very, very cute, I must say. Can I get a fire flower? Thank you. That's what I want. Wish I had the shell. That would make this so much easier. And there goes my fire flower. Ah, of course. Just gonna grab that for later. I've only practiced this with the shell. I'm gonna be fully honest. I've only practiced World 8 with the shell because we need the shell. Beat the whole game in one sitting? Ooh, nice. Did you have fun? I would say that's the most important. Is did you have fun? Oh, now you show up on the level that I'm on, of course. You just use wind bombs? Nice. I mean, listen, if it works, it works. Snow Fire Flower. You know what I think I should do? I think what I'll do New Super Mario Bros. On Monday. New Super Mario Bros. Wii. I'll do New Super Mario Bros. Wii on Sundays. New Super Mario Bros. 2 on Mondays. And then the U Deluxes on Tuesdays. Because then it just lines up with the order that I'm going to play the games in anyways. For the new Super Mario Bros. Series run. So, that's probably what I'll do. Good luck on the runs. Thank you. I'm going to need it so bad. I haven't done a single practice for New Super Mario Wii yet, which does not feel the best, that's for sure. Can you guys not drop bombs on me? That would be amazing. No! Not allowed. This level sucks. I don't know how they do this level so fast. Like, here's the funny thing. This game is just skip to World 8 as fast as you can, and then play almost every level of World 8. That's just how it is. Hello, Hammer Bro. Please give me something good. Give me the shell. I would love the shell. That's fine, I suppose. Nope. There we go. Ah! No! Ah! Damn it. Dude! Oh my god, why did you do that? I just wanted a normal jump from you. Why did you wall jump? That was so sketchy. Ow, of course. Give me that. Push me through. Thank you. Oh, wait. I just need to go up here. There we go. It's a wall jump moment. Stop. Thank you. Oh, boy. Rough start. Rough start. Dude, are you kidding me? Pupper Dio, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Dude, no way. There is a way to just hit him immediately. Either that or I'm thinking of a different game. And I'm pretty sure it's this one. So, come on, game. Not letting me hit the boy immediately. My gosh, of course not. Why would you do that? Yep. Ah, that's not what I wanted. Nice. That's not what I wanted. Alrighty. Boink. Okay, it's definitely one of the other Mario games. Probably new SMB 2. Alright. Okay, I had to make sure. I had to make sure. It's probably an SMB 2 that you can do that in and not this one. A little frustrating. Because that's going to be a lot slower then. Please. Oh, it's just a coin. Alright. Come on. Might just have to watch the run again just to make sure. There we go. Just 2 ground pounds. Knock him out. I can adjust the timer now. Like, this needs to go elsewhere, my dudes. This is a tiny timer. You know what? No, maybe it could work there. I'll put it down here. There we go. Yo, what up, ants? We're starting our new speed games for Mario Madness. Starting out with New Super Mario Bros. For the DS. One of my favorite DS games. I have no idea why that didn't show up properly. I guess I'm just gonna have to refresh the cache again. Oh, nope, not up there. Well, actually, I think there was a mule down there, so never mind. That was probably the right call. Pardon me if I'm, like, really focusing here. There we go. Oh, I am missing that fire flower. Man. Boom. I would still like this time to be a little bigger. There we go. That's better. That's better. Ah, man. I need a fire flower, dude. I really do. I'm gonna also make sure that I said it again. I know I said it earlier, but I'm just gonna make sure. Puppedio, thanks again for the follow. I appreciate it. Alright, that was my own fault. This game is hard to speedrun, guys. 2D Mario games just make my brain hurt. But I love this series, so I have to give it a go. Okay, and you didn't do a ground pound because... What? Dude, don't stop on the edges like that. That's pretty straightforward. Fire flower, fire flower. Why is there no fire flower? Where is a fire flower? Thank you. I kind of need that. Bonk. Wow, I don't know how I made that, but alright, I'm down. Oof, just got it. Got it just before the 233. That's good. That would have lost us some time. Well, I mean, it's just after the 233, but I mean, basically same thing. Same difference. Same difference. I think I hit that first. Nope. Definitely not. I think I hit it later, not first, though. Bonk. Now we hit it. Does it go? Oh my gosh, dude! Why does he do that? You step on the corner of it, and it just immediately deletes your speed. Why, dude? Just get your toes on the edge of that platform. You're already there. That's why. Okay, so no, you actually do want to hit it first. Okay. Nice. Good. Good. Bonk. It's where the toes belong. Yes, that's right. Belong right there on the edge, and I don't know why. It's just not giving me the toe edges, you know? You know what I'm saying? Them toe edges. Ain't giving them. Fire flower. Should be here. Give me that. I really need that. Yoink. Thank you. Ba 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 da ba 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 da 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 da. Nice. Oh, I forgot. I'm actually just supposed to jump over him. There we go. That works. I can just like jump by the bone. That's not the real castle, though. That's not the real castle. That's the problem. Alright, how much of this do I remember? That's what it's all gonna come down to. There's so many levels, dude. Like, why is World 8 so obnoxiously large? There's so many levels you have to go through. Hello, bye. Alright, sure. That's what we're doing, I guess. Stop. You know, I don't remember if there's a star or not in this stage. Oh, dude! Dude. Come here. Yes, give me that. Give me that. Yes, 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 yes. Give me that box. Come here, you. Give me. That, like, is actually pretty garbage, but I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna pretend this works. Even though it honestly does not. Toe time? Not quite. Nope, those don't contain anything. What am I supposed to do? I'm actually pretty sure there's a star. There's got to be a star somewhere. I feel in my brain, somewhere in my memory, that there's a star in this level, but I could also actually just be wrong and just, you know, be bad at the game, which I know I am. So don't remind me. Alright. Nope. Unless... That's just a 1-up. Boring and garbage. Come on. Listen, I only have so many lives. This would probably just be an easier level if I had the fire flower. Give. Nothing there. There's so much precise jumping going on. Kind of wild. There we go. Oh! I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. All right. Well, we tried. Let's go again. Let's go again.
Luigi.
Let's go again. Run it from the top.
Huh?
Again, I'm not actually hungry. I had a wonderful dinner.
What?
This is just for the gag. New soup, you know, eating new soup while playing new soup. Some good stuff.
Luigi.
All right, let's go again. Let's go, boys. Ba ba. Ah, that's not what I wanted, but I'll take it. Oh my god, really? Bruh. No, not again! I wasn't looking at the time! Ah! That loses time. That loses time. Gosh dang it, dude. That loses time. Oh, now I know what changes the game. It literally changes the game to the correct game if you do New Super Mario Bros. With the period after it. But it has to have the period after it. Alright, we're already off to a better start. Funny enough. Minor hold up there. That's good. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Just gotta play a little gently here without the shell. Nice. Boink! Okay, much faster 1-2 than the last run. I will take it. Ba-da-da-da-ba. Okay, well that was dumb. Are you kidding? Another fireworks? Dude! Man.
Luigi.
Go, Ouija. Looking for the fire flower and by that I actually mean that we need a blue shell baby. Well. So much for that.
Luigi.
You know what's wild? There was a tutorial out there to put custom models into New Super Mario Bros. And I tried so hard with my buddy Yodi Jordan, who did the model for Super Anime 64. We tried so hard to get the model to show up properly in this gosh darn game, and we just couldn't. And honestly, a lot of the people in the Discord that we were asking for help with, they were kind of jerks. And like, not all of them, just a couple of them were like a little jerkish. And like, nobody wanted to really offer any technical assistance. A lot of them were just like, oh yeah, you gotta, you know, just do this, follow the tutorial, make sure you're doing this and this and this. But I like multiple times was like, hey, I would offer to pay anybody to like help us with this and get the model in the game and whatnot. Nobody was interested. I'm just like, dang, this sucks. Would have been so fun to have Zale coming in as Luigi. Would have been adorable, but oh well. Oh well, I guess. Shell? Dang it, no shell. Well, if I were Luigi it is, I guess. What you really want is, out of that box, you want the shell. That's why you keep seeing me go into the Toad House to go for the shell. Because you need that shell, baby. For like the first half of this game, you really need that shell. Oh, you know what? I'll take that. Since I'm here, and it does make you run faster. Like, since I'm stuck running right now. Oh my god, you're kidding me. Bro. Bro. Wow. Okay. Do-do-do-do-do. Ba-ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Epic. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. But yeah, no, for real. So I love New Super Mario Bros. New Super Mario Bros. Is hands down one of my most favorite DS games. Absolutely. Absolutely. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Got it. I'm out. Bye. See ya. Oh man, I still like so much more of these speedruns to go and study. I think I'm good with Super Mario U. And I'm mostly fine with NSMB. But New Super Mario Bros. 2, I need to be better at. And New Super Mario Bros. Wii, I haven't even looked at. The only amount of New Super Mario Wii that I know is from the Summoning Salt World Record Progression video. And that's not enough. So honestly, that's not enough knowledge if I want to have some good times. And I want to have good enough times. I don't need the best times. I need good enough times. I'd like to shoot, depending on the game, probably like, oh my god, anywhere from like 35 to 45 minutes. Again, depending on the game, because some of the games are longer than, like the newer games are somewhat longer than the older games. So... definitely looking the longer games, I want to get to like the 45. The shorter games, I'd like to get around 35. Oh. Oh. Oh my god. Okay. We're fine. I was gonna be so mad. Bruh. The one block that it doesn't break, of course. Ba-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-da.
Luigi.
Of course. Alright, we're fine. Sitting at under 5, sub 5 to 5. I guess that's cool. I guess that's something. I don't actually know any times. I do have splits for the whole run for the New Super Mario Bros. Series run. I do have splits for that. But individually, eh. It's like running 16 star or Croc. I'm good. I don't need splits. I just need a nice timer. ba ba. Da 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 da. 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 Oh, that was beautiful!
Yay for me!
Oh, that was a really good 5-1. That was fantastic. Okay. Also, when I do these runs, I do need to turn off.
Luigi.
I have to take the SD card out. On speedrun.com, if you're speedrunning New Super Mario Bros. New Super Mario Bros. 2, you're not allowed to use custom firmware because load times. So I will need to take out the SD card that's in my 3DS and just make it a normal, boring old 3DS. Ugh, I saw that happening. Lorsal! 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 Oh my gosh, I almost died. Ah! I'm alive. Ah! No! 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 Keep the shell! Oh my god. Okay. Oh, that was ridiculous. Yes, you sure did, Sander.
Yay for me! Luigi!
It's me, Mario. Hello. Let's go. Woohoo! Yay! Woohoo! Waha!
Luigi!
Oh no! So long, King Bowser. Bye bye. I need to be jumping. Super Mario Odyssey! Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da. Frick! Frick! Well, this sucks.
Hiya! Oh-ho!
No shell.
Luigi!
Reset or just time loss? I'm not sure. It depends. Because, look, my actual PB for this game is already not the best anyway. It's like a 37. And no, it's probably not a reset. But would be helpful if I didn't lose my power-ups, that's for sure. Alright then. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da. This is a learning process. I'm not good at any of the 2D Mario games as far as speedrunning goes. And while I have done some offline practice runs, it's not going to be enough. So, we're going to be doing... That's why we're going to be doing... unlike Sandbox, where we did one, like... I tried to do one once every Sunday. I'm not going to have that luxury with these games, because I do not have the skills yet. So, I'm going to build up the skills... And then before I go to Michigan, I will hopefully do a run. Or 2. Or 3 or 4. We'll see. Yeah, no. Basically, same thing, Xander. That's why I'm not even touching the originals. I don't wanna. I mean, low-key, I do want to touch Super Mario Bros. 3 just because I played it so much as a kid. And I know where all the warp whistles are. But I would not want to be as precise that you would need to be for the world record, because yikes! I cannot manage my P-speed that well. This, however, I mean, I love New Super Mario Bros. It's just one of my favorite series, so I was like, you know what? Why not? Let's do some new multiple Mario category. Just for funsies. And it's not like I'm shooting for world record. Good lord, no. No, thank you. That would require a grind that I do not want to touch. No, thank you. Bop. Bop, bop. Bop, 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 bop. All right, man. If only I had the fire flower, that'd be the most helpful here. Thank you. Bonk, just a coin. I really need fire flower. There we go. That's the good stuff that I need. Of course. Well, it was fun while it lasted. Ah, dude, right after the checkpoint. Are you serious? Bruh. Bruh. Man. These birds suck. This level is so annoying without the shell. The shell is too OP. Ah, I missed the jump. Like, if you speedrun these games, they're really short. All of them are under an hour. Oh my god, Hugo, that works so well. Wait! Hang on, that emote combo actually works incredibly well. Because it makes it look like I'm in the background. Wild. I'm out. Ah, crud, I'm playing with my stylus. I need to put the stylus back and not play with it. Because now it's in a place that it will bother me. Get out, get out, get out, get out, stylus. Nice. Oh my god, go in the hole. Go in the hole. Dude. Oh my god, I swear, dude. Those guys suck. Those guys just suck quite a bit. Man.
Yeah, for me, Luigi.
All right, let's go. We got the red box on the tower. Heck yeah, dude. Please give me something good. That is awful. That is not what I want at all. Give me that. Dude. I am worrying myself. Let's go. Give me that. Nope. Dang. No good cycles for me today. I just realized my thumb just went back down to the D-pad. And it's not that the D-pad is bad, it's that the circle pad is just in a much more comfortable spot. That's all. Nope. There we go. Give me in. Spam Bowser Jr. with a lot of fireballs. Got him. That's how you knocked him out. Not ground pounds. That's definitely like SMB2. Or, sorry, new SMB2. What? Why'd I get a Mega Shroom house? Weird. What am I snacking on? I'm snacking on new soup. I'm snacking on new soup. I'll when I get the chance, I'll show you. I'll show you why it's new soup. Also, in case anybody's wondering how I'm doing the fast swimming, I'm just alternating between the A button and the B button really quickly. Ooh. Oh, I missed that one. Dang it. I forgot that pipe was there. Gosh, hecky. Would have been good to have. Gotta get as much speed as you can. Dude, you're kidding me. You're kidding me. Bruh. You've gotta be kidding me. Bam. Alright. Could have been faster. Nice. Bup, 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 bup. Bup, bup.
Luigi.
My thumb just keeps going back to the D-pad. I don't know why it keeps doing that, but it do.
Luigi.
Okay. I need that. Thanks. Bye. Oh, God. He didn't jump. I think I was just too close to the edge. Damn. That sucks. Nice. Dude. Nope. That ain't working. Oh, wait. Right? There's no controllers over here. Ah! Get away from me. Bugs. Thank you. Oh my god, dude! That's frustrating. That's a little more frustrating. At least I have 4 lives. That. Give me that. Dude, oh my god, stop! Stop on the ground! Stop on the ground! Bleh. Thank you. That's all I'm asking for. Probably shouldn't grab this, but I'm gonna. Nice. Alright. Never mind. It was a good grab. Blech. Basically. Basically. That's my feelings overall towards speedrunning 2D Mario games. Blech. But I'll do it. I'll do it. Specifically for New Super Mario Bros. Not the old Mario. Maybe I'll do it one day for the old Mario for grins and giggles, but otherwise, nope. Yoink. Bro, Neko! Neko with the purple coin.
Yesterday was terrifying.
I bet. Gosh, yeah, I hope you're doing okay, Neko. Ah, I missed the rope. Yeah, just a blag. Just a very standard middle of the road blag. But Neko, you've got the purple coin. Thank you so much for 6 months, Neko. Yeah, I hope everything cleans up in your area. Neko was in like a pretty scary storm that decided to happen in his area. It was wild. Definitely not the best. It's still been a few years since we've had a natural disaster. Yeah. Boink. Alright. Ooh, 20 minutes, 44 seconds. Gross. The Dollar General lost its doors, dude. Holy moly.
Yay for me, Luigi.
Okay, also, Xander, this is what I mean by new soup. It's a gag. It's Mario and Luigi SpaghettiOs. I'm gonna eat one every run. Or every run I don't know. Something like that. I'll just eat one every day. I don't know. I haven't figured out the whole gag yet. Yeah, that is wild, Neko. Holy moly. I'm glad that you're safe. So that's what's important. Okay, if I could just be slightly better at this game, that would be pretty epic. That's a lot of soup. It's just a 12-pack of soup. But you are right. That is a lot of soup. 12-pack of SpaghettiOs. I don't know what happened there. I went to like pause for a second, and then I was like, wait, no, I need to jump, and I hit the jump button, and then you didn't jump. This level is brutal. Why you gotta be like this level? Oh, why do 2D Mario games have to be so technical on the speedrunning side? Dude, I just picked that up! Okay, that one I don't care about. That I was just running. Looking at it, some of it's funny, like, how do you explain that your store doors were just ripped off the hinges? Like, oh yeah, they just disappeared. Yeah. So true, though. Alright, Hammer Bro, please give me something good. I have, like, 1 life. Guess what? You dead. Oh, bless you. I will still pick this up. I love the shell so much. For reals, though, the shell is one of my most favorite power-ups in the 2D Mario series. I love the shell. It's so cool. I tried to jump. I tried to jump. It didn't happen. Beep. At least the runs are dying in the same place. Let me just check this really quick. Oh, not this file. Hang on, not that file. Give me this file. This is the good file. Let's go to World 8 really quick. This is my 100% file, of course. Alright, World 8.5. You do not have to be as lame as you're being. Let me just... Apparently when you do a triple jump, you can't throw fire out, so that's good to know. Okay, you can run across all of this. And then once you get past all the green ones, there's a gap. There we go. Okay, literally it's that easy. It's literally that easy. And by that I mean it's still, like, kind of hard. I have to pee. So I'm gonna pee and I'm gonna come right back. I had a crazy high amount of prickly pear lemonade. It was delicious. Yeah, no worries, Ants. Have a heckin' good sleep. Good to see you. All right, let's do some more. Let's go. Let's do this thing. Let's kick this pig. We gotta get one run finished tonight, right?
Luigi.
Right? Probably. That'd be nice. Do 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 do.
What?
All right.
Luigi.
Ba.
Hiya.
Boink. Boink.
Hiya.
Da ba. Do 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 do. Like hands down, I love. Oh my God. Yeah, we're not doing that. I love the overworld theme for New Super Mario Bros. It's probably one of my most favorite my most favorite Mario overworld themes. Why was I not clicked? But yeah, like it's so very well made. It's so catchy. It's so memorable. It's such a good overworld theme. It is grand. Brrrr. I was clicked off the timer in case anybody's wondering.
Luigi.
Nice. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da. Boo.
What?
Duh.
Luigi.
Go, Ouija. Ba.
Hiya.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Gotta be careful with your jumps so you don't just run in right into the enemies and hit your face. Don't do it.
Luigi.
Just don't hit your face. Do you want to play Big Run on Splats tomorrow? I'm actually super busy during the day, but if you're awake in the evening,
Luigi.
but like really late in the evening, like after stream late in the evening, yes, I would. Are you kidding me? Bruh, it's so garbage. Yeah, I have commentary with Cool Cat Gang tomorrow, commentary with Markinator, and then after that, Strem for New Super Mario Bros. 2, which I need to do more research on. Yeah, or no, sorry, not New Super Mario Bros. 2, New Super Mario Bros. Wii, which I have done like basically zero research on. Oops.
Luigi.
But that is the plan at the moment. Got it. I am out of there. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and then not to mention also singing with the choir for the afternoon and whatnot. But yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot happening tomorrow. Oh, I missed the jump ground pound. Ah! No, this way, this way, this way, this way. Yeah, okay. Yoink. Like, if you guys, I'm gonna say this right now. If you guys want to see something crazy, like, watch the world records for New Super Mario Bros. Holy crud. What they do is wild, and I do not want to know how long it took them to be able to get that good. I don't want to know how much they grinded, because I bet it was a long grind. Nope, I need that. Thanks. Oh, I did it! Oh! I did the pro strat. Let's go. I grabbed onto the wall at the end, but, like, that's definitely the pro strat. Heck yeah. But yeah, like, after stream tomorrow, I'm down. I'm down. I am definitely down to play Splats if you will be awake. Woof. My thumb just keeps going back to the D-pad. You know what? I'm just not gonna fight it. I'm not gonna fight it. If my thumb wants to get comfortable on the D-pad, then it's just gonna get comfortable on the D-pad. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I set stream for 7. Actually, oh, wait. Actually, I might have time between commentary to do, like, a couple of runs. I should have time, because the commentary is only until, like, 5 p.m. our time, I think. I'm pretty sure. Ah, no. Ah, you know what? I'm just not gonna fight that. Dude, boink, it's that easy. Stop being such a gosh goofer. Yeah, I think, like, I'll have time at, like, 5 or something. Or, like, 5:30 or whatever. I should have time between commentary and stream that we can do some big splats. Big splats! I'm very curious to see how it'll go. Oh. Red block in the ice level. What do we got? Shell? Oh, baby! Yes! Oh, having a backup shell is so nice, dude. Whoops. Not that again. I gotta get a more confident jump there. That's what I need to do. I just need a more confident jump. Oh god, not that. Yep, nope, not that. That's not what I need. The Ouroboros are pretty bad. Oof. I wonder how hard they are. Like, they're pretty gosh darn tough. I want mushroom. That's not mushroom. Wait, is this mushroom? Give me that. Give me that. No! Words cannot describe how I am feeling. Which actually isn't true. Words can definitely describe. It's called disappointed. Ba-da-da-da-da. Oh, yeah, deranking due to trolls. Oh, dude, my coworker was saying that, like, I think he's, like, professional +2. He's saying that it's hella brutal. I'm trying to remember what these levels are. Yes, I do need my shell for this level. I definitely do. Give me that. Bob. Whoops. Now here's what you're actually, the direction you're supposed to go when you have a shell. You go this way, because you can just knock these guys out of the way. and it's a straight shot, and it takes so much less time. But, like, again, it's only if you actually keep the shell. And this is the first time I've had the shell in a while. Dude, Raz, you had someone just sitting on an island and do nothing? That's garbage. That's garbage. Sorry to hear. I don't want the mushroom house. Go away. I do not want the mushroom house. It's a lot of extra time. It is actually faster to just do the jumps to get up there, but nice. Nope, not nice. Nice. Get out of here, big boy. See ya. Nice. Okay. I want to just collect all these coins for a free 1-up because I can. There you go. Come here, little pumpkin man. That's right, get wrecked. I need a fire flower. Like, for later. That wasn't it, Chief. Whatever. Where do I get the fire flower? I think I can just get it in the tower? Question mark? I don't know. I don't need it yet, though. But I will need it later. Okay. First time that we're going into World 8 during a run with the shell, which is amazing. Y'all are going to see how much nicer it is. Ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. 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 Boo-doo. Just gonna take some safety bounces if I have to. I do not mind doing safety bounces. Bonk. Bink. Nice. Oh, see how much easier that is? It's so much easier. It's so much easier with the shell. Ah. Thank you, shell. Bless your soul. Nice. Oh, I just missed. No, you butt nugget. You can, when you gotta go to bed, alright, no worries, man. Have a good sleep. Appreciate you. Did I just say butt nugget? Yeah, it's classic. Get wrecked. Direct little parachute men. Ah! How do they get up on there so fast? They literally get like above the rising water and bounce off the top of the dude and then get into the shell. How do they do that? It just seems like almost impossible. Ah, yes, new Super Mario Bros. Now I kind of want to find a way to buy it before I can play it again. You should! Oh, it's one of the best Nintendo DS games. It is one of the best. Hope you're doing well, Chris. Good to see you. I think this is the place that I'm supposed to get the fire flower. Dude, bones, bones, bones! Alright, we're going tiny. Yoink. Ah, it's not doing what I want. I will need like an actual power up. Huh. Nope. Doing good, even though I may or may not be getting sick. I can't tell you. Ah, gosh, hacky. Hopefully, it's the not getting sick. Oh, that's a very dangerous place to run. There's a lot of spikes. Oh boy. I do need a power up, so I'm not tiny. If I could get a fire flower, that'd be pretty dope. I guess I'm not gonna get any power ups. So I don't believe there even are any past here. Ah! Yeah, okay. Well, it was funny while it lasted, but it was not helpful. Alright, give me the goods, give me the goods, give me the goods, give me the goods. What we got? What we got? What we got? What we got? Another one? Dude, I don't want the tiny shroom right now. Okay, that was unfair. That was unfair. But it was also my own fault anyway, so. Oops. No? I was really hoping there'd be some kind of power up down there. Nice door. Good door shot. Boink.
Yay for me, Luigi.
Da-da-da-dum. Epic.
Luigi.
Aw, man. Here we go again. Aw, baby. That's right. There's no power-ups up there. Haha, I remembered the tube down there this time. I remember. Ah! Time lost, let's go. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Nice. Da 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 ba 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 da. Ba da.
Luigi.
Now. Is this the spiders? This is the spiders.
Luigi.
Right. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Hello, spooters. Spooters are cooler. Bonk. Bruh. I know you didn't just land on that edge. Nice. Bro, that shell is helping me out. Frick! I'm okay. I'm alive. That's all that matters in this instance. Got it. Okay, great. Finally. Gotta finally not pooping the bed. Not having a bad time. Hit that. Jump. 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 Wait. Jump. Grab that. Thanks, nerd. Yep. Bonk. Bonk. Yoink. Yoink. Oh, God, I barely grabbed that, and I'm glad I did. No, dude! What? What? Bruh. I was getting a full swing there. What happened? Give me that. Very sad. I'm not, but you know, it is really annoying. Bonk. Wow, yeah, I guess you do have to be a little further up on that, huh? Jeez. What? Ha! Whatever. That's a cute emote. That's great. I had to look at the name. So I was like, what is that? I know it's Mega, but what is it? That's good. That's good. I already was like, wait, where's my stylus? And then I realized I moved it somewhere. Help, she says. Okay, can I just like beat this level in a speedrun for once? That'd be great. Thanks. Give me that. God, that's so annoying. That was my own fault. I'm the one who initiated the triple jump. But not being able to do fireballs during a triple jump, kind of lame. I get it, but like also, come on, it's kind of lame. Bonk. There we go. Hey, look, we did it. We finally made it past 8-5 during a speedrun. Man. Oh, dude, I gotta do some more studying. Man. There's so much studying to do for these games. I did not study enough as much as I thought I was going to, but I did not. Oh, that's right. It's this level.
Here we go.
I'll hold on to that one. Uh-huh. 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 Hop, hop, hop. Hop. Nice. Good. Oh, that sucked. That's fine. Oh, that's not the way I want to go. That was like the most sketchiest way to do that I could have possibly done that. That was like the sketchiest way I could have done that. Also, I don't have a fire flower anymore, but eh. Da, 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 Da-da.
Luigi.
We still got an okay time. I think my PB is like a 37. I don't know how close we are to that, though.
Luigi.
Eh. Oh, wait. No, okay. I was trying to remember if there was a star in one of those boxes. I might need that for later. You never know. I don't remember this level, like, at all. I'm gonna be honest. Oh, never mind. I remember it now. Well, not really. I don't remember it in the speed run. But there we go. Oh, you little bastard.
Hiya.
Nice. Nope. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Get me in there.
Here we go.
Just gonna grab that really quick. Yeah, I don't remember the second half of World 8, like, at all. Oops. Well, looks like I gotta restudy the second half of World 8. I guess I got the rest of the game down. Oh, you little monster. Give me that. Get out of here. Get out of here. I perfectly fell into the hole. Okay, then. Give me that. Alrighty then. I guess it doesn't matter. The game does not want me to have any power-ups. Well, unfortunately, I really want power-ups. So, game, you're gonna have to deal with it. Oh my god, no! Why didn't he bounce off the top of that one? Why didn't he bounce off the top of that one? Bruh. Imagine being a few pixels too up. Just a few pixels too high. Imagine. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Man. This sucks. Alright. What level is this? Ah, no, dude. Oh, no, dude. I definitely remember that there's some tricks that you can do, including some damage boosting to just not ride on the snake. Because the snake takes so long. But I'm not powered up enough. I don't have the fire flower. I can't do it. I have to ride the snake. You damage your boost way across, and then just... What was it? Could you do wall kicks? I can't even remember. I genuinely just don't remember the second half of World 8, and I feel very silly. How did they speed this up? Having to wait for the snake blocks is just so much time, you know? Give me that, because I will need it for later. I'm dumb. There was a strat there, and I goofed it up really hard. I remembered the strat, but I goofed it. Man. Oh. Oh, just a 1-up. Boo. Give me another fire flower. I mean, I guess I really do need the 1-up. And I can get another fire flower right here. But also, boo. Hi. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. 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 Snake Tower. Yes, sir. Oh my god! Alright, well, I don't think we're getting a PD today. Or at least not with this run. Maybe later. Maybe the next run. I'm gonna brush up on my skills. How did they do their skippies? What were their strats to save the seconds and the minutes? Give me that. Run, run, run. Cool. Boop. Alright then. Sure, I'll take a little damage, I guess. I guess I'll take a little damage. Boink. Alright. Made it this time. Ugh. Got him.
Yay for me, Luigi.
That'll work. That'll do. Last castle time. Let's go. 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 I will do a quick save this time, so I can, you know, finish a run. Go, Ouija. All right. How much of this castle do I remember? That's the important question. Oh, ledge. Nice. Oh, let's go. Oh, oops. Not supposed to go that way yet. Not yet. Soon, but not yet. Door. Wow, I like partially remember this. Ah, that was a poor decision on my part. But, alright, fine, give me that. Oh, it's right there. Oh, I see. I'm a goof. Okay, now we go to that other door that I was at. Ah, man. Oh, nope. Wait. Oh dear, I have forgotten where the doors are. Yoink. Unless... Nope, I definitely forgot. Oh, this is the right door. You know, I don't remember if there are any mushrooms down here, but if there were one, that'd be pretty cool, I think. No, nope. Wait. What? Wait, what? Where am I going? Oh, I went the wrong way, didn't I? I feel like this is the right way, though. Hold on. Well, there's a power-up, at least. Hold on. I'm doing something the wrong way. Nope, that's a coin. Yep. I have definitely forgotten, apparently. Let's go me. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. That right there. I'm looking exactly for that one. And we go like this, and we go like this. We let this guy pop down. That's right, go Ouija. He's my man, my boy. There we go. There we go. This is where I'm meant to be. Jump, jump, pop. Ba-da-da-ba. That's not what I wanted. Whoops. Well, I guess I've got 2 star coins. I guess. Oh, now we've got the classic Mario Bros. Yep. I definitely need to go do my research again. Never mind, we're good. Ah! Dude! Stop losing all of your speed on the corner! Why? Why is he losing all of his speed on the corner? That's all I want to know. Why does he lose every single ounce of speed when he touches a corner? What is with that? Uh-huh. Nope. All right, small Mario. Small Luigi. Let's do this. Let's see. I could actually PB still. It's kind of sad. If I remember my PB time correctly, we could PB still. But I had to play, like, perfectly. So, Mario was just Red Luigi. That's true. Alright, never mind. No PB. We tried. We tried. I goofed pretty hard. Dude. If you could just not do that, that'd be great. Triple jumps are just fun to do. At the end there, they do not help, but they are fun. Okay, okay, I have an idea. What if... Oh, he just jumped. That actually could have been super good for me. But okay. Ha! That didn't work. I was going to try to bounce off of Bowser Jr. There. And like bounce over Bowser. But when you jump on Bowser Jr., it just shoots you straight up. You do not keep your momentum. All right. So run, run, jump, punch. Run, run, jump, punch. That's actually the name of a band. I do like their music. It's very nice. They knew what they were doing? Oh, of course. In the final, in that Bowser fight as well, if you try to like damage boost your way through Bowser, it just pushes you back. Like the one with the dry Bowser there, yeah, it's fine. You can damage boost through him. They don't care. But this Bowser, nope, not allowed. No damage boosting. Ba-ba. Yep. Nice. Yeah, no, I had to wait for that. Okay, good to know. Good to know. I gotta wait for that. Yep. I was just really hoping I could squish my way through. But not even normal sized Luigi is good enough for that. Too big of a thwomp. Nice. Ba-ba-da-da, da-da-da, ba-ba-da-da, ba-ba-da-da, ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Am I going to be streaming more after this run? Yes, I'm planning to stream it like about to midnight. If I go any further past midnight, I might. It'll depend on if I'm on a solid run or not. Yeah. Check it out. Let me just go. Ah, it didn't work. I tried, okay? Bonk. Give me that. I would like that, please, and thank you. Bless. It does technically make some of this a little harder to deal with, but, like, also, I would just rather have a little bit of a bubble here. Especially with this guy, I don't know if it'll actually let me through without taking damage. It will. Let's go. Good. I could really use this. Yoink. Let's go. Oops. Ba ba da da da. Ba ba da ba. Ba ba da da da. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 da ba da ba 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 da ba da ba ba. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Thank you. Okay. Sorry, don't mean to scare y'all. Yo! Let's go, Switch Runner! Yo! Switch, yo, switch, yo, switch! Switch! Dude, how are your damageless Super Mario Sunshine runs? How did they go today? Come on, Bowser. Oh, sure. Now you decide to jump when I'm not looking. Bruh. But hello, everybody. Welcome on in from Switch Runners Run. My name is Anime, and this is my arcade. And for Mario Madness, the month of March, I have decided to speedrun the new Super Mario Bros. Series. That's right. This guy who said he didn't want to touch 2D Mario games is speedrunning some 2D Mario games. Dropped PB from 31 hits to either 22 or 23. One of them was sketchy and Noki 4, so I'm not sure if it's air damage or not. Yo. Not bad, though. Not bad. That's a pretty decent drop. That's about 8 to 9 less hits. That's pretty good. Yoink. See? You just get knocked back really far. Bonk. Bowser, jump. God, he jumps when I'm far away. Of course. Ah. Come on, buddy. Ah, come on. Oh! Oh, dude, wait, what if? Hang on, what if I bounced off the shell that Bowser Jr. threw? I hope your soup expires and is forever new. Switch, bless you. Bless your heart. I very much like that. That's amazing. That's really good. Dude, oh, dude, you know what? Hang on, we should make that a command. Straight up. I'm gonna workshop that. Give me a sec. I'll do it after the run. Ah, nope. Not fast enough. Bye. Get out of here. Ah, it's not fast enough. Bye. Bye, nerd. Now he's mad. Give me the high jump. Give me the high jump. Give me the high jump. Come on. Yeah! We did it. That took way too long. Way too long. Beautiful. New soup. All right. This was really bad. Yeah. What are we at? Yeah, we got plenty of time for some more runs. Skip, 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 skip. We can't actually skip this, so we're just gotta let it run, I guess. As someone who has run hoverless and has been eaten by the eel and Noki 4 a lot, does getting eaten by the eel give you damage? Yes. Yes, it does. It gives you like, I think it gives you like 1 damage. I'm pretty sure. I feel like it does damage. Let me see. Hang on. How many weeks has it been since I ran hoverless? A lot. A lot of weeks. Okay, hold on. I took an energy. I got eaten by the eel. Oh, no. Nope, you don't take damage. Just confirmed it. You do not take damage when the eel eats you. So you got a 22 PB, my good sir. Yep, I had 2 damage before I got eaten by the eel. Like, right as I got eaten, I took water damage, air damage, whatever you want to call it. got spat back out. I looked at my health meter again. It still just said 2. So, no damage taken. He just spits you right back out. Dup, bup, 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 dup, bup, 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 ba-da. Wish I could just skip the credits, but apparently I cannot do that in this game even though it's from like 2004. They really just don't want me to skip the ones. Ooh, ooh. Ba-ba-ba-da. Ba-da-ba-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, this is so bad. Like, actually, it was funny. We could have gotten a PB. Oh, nope, JK. My PB is a 3409, not a 37. Nope, there was no shot of a PB. New totals are 3 for SMO, 22 for SMS, and 27 for 64. That's great. That's really good. You are jamming, Meister. Oh. Bup, 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 bup. Ba 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 ba. Alright, we gotta do better. You need a full sandbox run to end out the week and post results on Twitter. Yeah, let's do it. Dude, I'm hyped for you, Switch. I think that's pretty dope. I do wonder, like, could I bounce off the shell and bounce over Bowser? I'm curious. I don't think so. I don't think, like, because I'd have to jump behind the shell and then run towards the shell to, like, try to have any iota of speed. I just have to get the luck to run under the Bowser. I love this game. It's so good. Save. Ha, no. Nope. All right, another one. Let's do another one. 3, 2, 1, go.
Luigi.
Epic. Guys, do you think the timer being over here in the bottom right corner, is that too small? I feel like I should make that a little bit bigger. Just a smidge bigger.
What?
I really am unsure of where to put a timer on this layout. And I don't want to put it sideways. I could put it sideways, but I don't want to. Would not be the best. Switch, I just realized that I did not give you a shout out. Since you're a VIP, can you go ahead and give yourself a quick shout out? If y'all aren't following Switch Runner, you absolutely should. Switch is a pretty cool Mario and other Nintendo Switch speedrunner. He's doing a crazy damageless sandbox run for Mario Madness. We're all a little mad for Mario this month. Nice. Right where it is now, but upside down.
Yay for me, Luigi.
But upside down. Okay, that's a good point. That isn't sideways. That's true. If you follow Switch, he will do 1-star runs for Super Mario 64. It's a pretty tricky speed run, but he'll do it just for y'all. Ah. There we go. Oh! Man. rigged? No, I just suck. Heck yeah, Neko.
Hiya. Oh.
There we go. That's the kind of jump I'm looking for. Give me that. Boink. Like, you know, I might as well since I don't have the shell, right? Doo-doo-doo. Epic. All right. Bah. No, I didn't notice the time. No! More fireworks. Rats. Please go to the castle. Yes, he's at the castle. I'm gonna try it. I want to try it just because I want to try it. I want to see if we'll get the shell. If we don't get the shell, we just reset. It's fine. I just want to get it. I just want to see if we can get the shell in here. Because we can. It is possible. Huh! Yes! Yo, let's go! Thank you all for following Switch. Big appreciated. Ah. They've been very supportive of the channel here, as you can tell by their VIP badge. Boosh. Ah. There we go. Oh. Pfft. Okay. Don't full press the jump button. Okay, me. Oh, that was really good. That was a really good jump. I just want to talk about how fantastic that jump was. That was cool. I'll take it. Ba-da-da-da-da. So if I already have a 34 for this game, I guess I'm going to go for a 32? Hopefully? Questioningly? But hopefully. Hopefully. That would be the dream. Ah. My elbows are resting on the side of my chair. You know, like where they should. On the arms of the chair. But they're like not cushioned. Because it's more of an office chair. And there's not cushions on the arms. So my elbows are getting a little oof. This time for reals, we actually got a sub 5 World 5 entrance. So that's cool. I know last time I was like, yeah, sub 5. It wasn't. That was like a sub 5 to the canon. And then that was it. Ah. Sir, how dare. Frick! Well, guess I don't have the shell anymore. That's baloney. That's baloney sauce. Dang it. Bruh. Bruh. Come on. I'm trying to like, oh my gosh. That's the problem with 2D games and also 3D World. That's the funniest thing. Here, I have some very high intel knowledge about 2D Mario games. Here it is. Each game has a unique power-up that you basically need to have the entire game. For New Super Mario Bros. 2, it's the Tanuki Leaf. For New Super Mario Bros. Wii, it's the Propeller Hat. For New Super Mario Bros. U, it's the Squirrel Suit. And for this game, it's the shell. Okay, listen. Stop hitting the spiny, please. And you need the shell literally through, like, the entire first half of World 8. And then after that, you just need the Fireball. And 3D World, it's the cat. Yeah. 3D World is insanely reliant. Like, and that's just the funny thing. It's like, oh, you know this new power-up that we're introducing just for this specific game? Hope you can hold on to it for the whole game. Ah ha 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 ha. I'm just gonna hit that checkpoint. Oh, no, 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 it's this one. Hit the checkpoint, hit the mushroom, hit that guy, get him off. Fire flower, good. I'll need that later. 3D Land is Tanuki as well. Ugh. Yeah, in Super Mario Bros. 3, it's also the Tanuki leaf. Like, oh my god, dude. Oh my god, dude! SMB1, is it fire? I thought it was just be Tiny Mario the entire game, but is that, maybe that's only for like the 5-minute Super Mario Bros. 1 gamers who are just absolutely cracked at the game and cannot be touched. It's probably those guys. Yeah, small if you're good, which I am not. Here's the good news. In all of my Wii U practice, I have been able to save the squirrel suit. At least mostly to the end. Or at least where I needed it the most. So, you know, it's some progress with at least one of these games. SMB2? Nope. I have tried so hard. I have tried so hard. And SMB2. Yo, no worries, Neko. I appreciate you being here. Make sure you are taking care of yourself and getting enough rest and hydrating. Hydration is very important, as you all know. I was just about to go take a sip of water, and then I realized that I actually had to play the game real quick. I was like, wait a minute, I have a game. I just started the level. I can't sip any water right now. You know, that's the funny thing about these 2D games. You don't get to have as many breaks as you do for like the 3D games. Not at all. You just kind of have to keep going. World is either Cape. Yeah, it's like Cape or Yoshi, but it's mostly Cape. There's a lot of Cape action in there. Just ask Nicky Picky. Mushroom Kingdom is a resident Super Mario World speedrunner. Definitely, obviously lost some times on dying. And telling me to hydrate is funny considering how much water you drink. That's fair. You did make it really cheap for viewers to make you hydrate. Did you guys know, if you go follow Neko, he has a channel point redeem where he will hydrate while also dabbing. It's called a dab-drate. It's pretty cheap, not gonna lie. But yeah, 2D Mario games are a pain in the butt, and the only reason I'm speedrunning this is because I love the new Super Mario Bros. Series. And it's a good series. But, technical. These games are so technical. You had to increase it. People tried to drown me. Rip. You know what? That's valid. I think I remember you even talking about that. There's a reason it's 1 million, though. I've never dabbed in my life, and I'd like to keep it that way. But, you know, for the people who are just saving up for 1 million channel points, I absolutely will dab just for them, and it'll be the most glorious dab you've ever seen from me, at least. Because it'll be the only one you've seen from me. No, but for real, though. Bird! Dabbing is funny in the right place. But, like, it's also just really ridiculous and silly. 11K? Nice. Oh, yeah, Switch. You don't have to worry about your Yoshis and your Wahoo. Xander came in and was like, alright, here's Switch's daily Yahoos and Yoshis. And I'm just like, alright. Alright, if you say so. I saw I looked over and you saw saying, okay. That's right, I forgot you were lurking while you were damage-lessing. Oops. Weird speed loss again. Bye, 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 bye. I am small Mario. I am small Luigi. This is a problem. Give me that. Oh. There's one more. My bad. My bad. I wish I knew the trick to control these guys, because I do not know, and I sure wish I knew. Because goodness gravy, top runners are good at manipulating those awful water fiends. Bob up. Bob up.
Luigi. Luigi.
Hammer Bro, please give me something good. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking for. Yo, I'll take that. Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay. Oh! Not okay. How did I not take damage? I'm fine with that. That's fine. Give. 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 Push me through, baby. Thanks. Hell yeah. Dude, no. No, dude! Get me up there. Oh, that didn't work. Ah! Dang it. Come on. Bonk. Bonk. Nice. Ba-doo. I still can't remember what stage I'm supposed to switch out of the Koopa shell and go to the Fire Flower, even though I was watching that run recently. Weird. No. Again with the Mega Shroom House. Go away, dude. That's fine. Oh, that fish almost got me. That fish almost got me. I don't know why, like, this particular level, I just get so focused on. Like, I just feel myself staring intensely at Luigi. Oh, this is the level that I hit the turtle shell. Ah, yeah, okay, so I'm supposed to keep the turtle shell even through that Bowser fight. Yeah, I'll have to watch the world record runs again. Do some more studying. That's how I study my speed runs, by the way. I basically just watch most of the world record runs. Should I do that? Probably not. Do I do it? A lot. Oh my god, you butt heads. Like, I'll either watch world record or, like, second place or whatever. Like, it just depends. Not even a wall slide, huh? Not even a wall slide, huh? Man. 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 Oh, please. I swear to God. Give me that. Alright, that's my own fault. I was slow. I will still take that star, though. I will take that star. It's a good star. Give me that. How I didn't just lose the mushroom there, I do not know. You butthead. Please, 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 dude. Huh! Please, just go. Just go. Just go. Just go. Just go. Oh my god. Please. Just go. Alright, we're fine. I'm screaming just a little bit. Just a smidgen. Just a little bit inside. I'm screaming. Da, 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 da. Give me that fire, flower man. I need it, fam. La, da, 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 da. Okay. We're doing pretty decent, I think. We're doing all right. We're doing chill. Bonk. I think I need to, like, back up, get a little bit of speed, and then do a running jump, but I might be able to jump over him without taking damage. It would still take me some time to, like, back up and jump over. I don't know. Maybe, though. Maybe. This is no joke. This is the one game that I've been practicing like this entire week. I've just been practicing this one game because it's tough, dude. It is a tough game to speedrun. Yo, we got the red box on the lava level. You better give me something good. That, once again, that sucks. Not even gonna grab it this time. I keep forgetting that I can't fireball while I'm triple jumping. I don't know why I keep forgetting that, but I guess I do. Ah, that's fine. That's fine. We made it through without dying. That's all I care about. I thought there was a flag for a second because I'm a goof. I really need to, like, I probably just need a damage boost through the Goombas. Wait, there might be a star somewhere. No, I keep saying there might be stars in levels. I don't know if that's actually true. Man. Also, there is a much faster way that I could do this level that I just wasn't doing before. I don't remember what it was off the top of my head, but I know that whatever I did last run was really slow comparatively. Yep, nope, that's bad. Okay. Guess we're gonna take a little bit of damage there, aren't we? Huh. There we go, yeah. Much faster. Much better. Much quicker. Good.
Yay for me, Luigi.
I don't want the fireworks, dude! That's like 3 or 4 seconds lost. Don't give me those fireworks. Bruh.
Luigi.
Did you know the world record is done in like 3 minutes from now? It's wild to think about. Yo, okay. That was cool. Frick. Is it this one? It's that one. I'm taking a death. It doesn't matter which one it is. All right, give me the goods. Give me the goods, baby. What we got in that red box? Oh, I'll take it. Not gonna save me any time doing that. Especially not that. There we go. Ah! Will I be faster than the boomerang? Oh my god, I will be. That's funny. No way!
Yay for me, Luigi.
That's actually really amusing. Not gonna lie, that's pretty funny. I don't think there's really much of a way to skip the snake belt in the castle. You know, like, it always looks like there could be. I don't think there is. I haven't ever gone through this level with the shell because technically you shouldn't even have the shell at this level, but like, dude, it makes this so much easier. Oh my god, dude. Dude, the shell makes this level so much easier.
For me, Luigi.
Dude. Oh, it's so nice. It's so nice, dude.
Luigi.
Wow, that was so fast. Bless. I would like to pull that up. I didn't want that. That's not what I wanted. I've got 1 life left. I better not die, dude. I don't know why I'm saying dude so much tonight, but it is what it is. You know, I wonder if the damage boosting is like only this area. And it just gets you like up to the next snake area. You hit the checkpoint and then you die. I wonder. Is that the way? I also just remember that I can't die because if I die, I game over. So let me stop doing that really quickly. Let me just not die. Hold on. There we go. Most satisfying red coin sounds gotta be Super Mario 64, New Super Mario Bros. Series. Heck, even the Sunshine red coins are delicious. However, Japan red coin sounds garbage. Like, they're just nowhere near as good as a US version of the red coins. Like, I'm just saying. Red coins in SM64 US hits a very specific spot. There we go. Boink. Hey, we did it this time. We didn't die. We saved so much time. Got him.
Yay for me, Luigi.
I don't remember if I can hit Bowser Jr. while he's in the shell like that. I'm actually genuinely not sure if I just have to wait for him to come out or if I can slap him with the shell. I gotta double check. Yo. Do we got a potential PB incoming? Because that would be kind of cool. Yay for me, Luigi! I love Luigi. He's such a good lad. That could have gone much better. That was like really sketchy. Jumping in shiz. Uh-oh, don't ground pound. Alright, we're good. I couldn't tell what that angle was. This is fine. There we go. Ba 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 da 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 da. Yes, that was intentional damage. I just want y'all to know it was in fact intentional. I'm gonna do it again. It's probably faster to not, but it's too late. I'm already here. What's up? We here, we taking damage when it's necessary. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Ba 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 da 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 da. Ba 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 bum. Da. Bum bum bum. Can we just get to the right spot? Son, could we please just get there and not take too much damage on the way? We've got Bowser to fight off and his little son Bowser Jr. We have got to knock them on their bums. Nope, down here. Yoink. I keep forgetting that if I'm at full speed, I can just run from there to there, and it's fine. Oh! I didn't know I could do that! You guys saw that, right? I collected the fire flower, and it gave me the 1,000 points, but it was like right after I entered the door, so it didn't give me the 1,000 points. Or it gave me the points. Oh, I could bounce off of Bowser Jr. Come here. I could bounce off of him. Oh, if Bowser wasn't so close to me. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Do it for me. He doesn't want to do it for me. I do not remember the strat. I died! Could have been faster. Well, Man, if only I didn't goof on the fire flower. Man, imagine. This would have been like a even better run. Boo-doo. Give me that fire flower back. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Give me that fire flower back. Ooh, perfect door entry. Yoink. Ah, dude, come on. Could have been a solid PB. I know, it could have been really good. But, yeah, I goofed it pretty hard. I am so worried about these flames just smoking me. Like, I have to stop. I probably don't have to stop, but I have to stop. You know? Ba-ba. Do 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 do. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Boo da 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 da. Yo, nice. Oh, God. Yoink. Ba ba da da da. Ba ba ba. Da 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 da. Ba ba. I'm gonna like after this run, I'm just gonna really quickly see what the strategy is for Final Bowser because I just cannot seem to remember. Do. Bum. There we go. Da ba da ba da 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 da. I'm sure it's probably not spam fire at Bowser Jr. and Bowser, but at the same time, Bowser's more likely to do the Ginormica jump if I knock Bowser Jr. out. So I'm just gonna really... See, now he's really mad. Nice. All right. Yep, I'm clicked off of it. Ah, we lost so much. A whole minute. Ah! Ah! It's like already... Yeah, it's 11:36. New Super Mario Bros. Series. New Super Mario Bros. I don't blame him. You just killed his son? No, yeah, no, absolutely. One of his adopted sons definitely got wrecked. I'm gonna just pull up this run. Not this run, actually. I want this one. Give me this one. Okay, so you run as Tiny and you just do some triple jumps and you go ridiculously fast so you can avoid the fireball by running under it because you're so speedy. Nah, he just goes in as Small Mario. Not even powered up. By dance, you know it. Ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da. Oh! Good news! So if you do it just right, you can, in fact, bounce off of Bowser Jr.'s head. Good to know. Why every time I try to bounce off of his head, I just die? That's what I want to know. Let me watch this again. Hold on. This is a different runner. Nope. Yep. Same thing. Man. Yeah, you just have to get right on up there, bounce on Bowser Jr.'s head immediately, and just hop right over Bowser. How on earth did I forget that? Whoa, that's not what I meant to do. I'll do it with the top screen, though. Haha. Okay, so once this runs off, we got to do another one. One more for the night. But I'll have to do some more studying tomorrow. I gotta study for gotta study new Super Wii, cause I don't know the whole route. I gotta learn and do it, oh man. I've got my Wii U, it's right here. It's connected to the power bank, so I can't pull it too much further. But hey, look at this, it's my shiny Wii U. Gotta plug the Mario in. Mario Bros for the dumb Wii. And use the controller here. Where'd I put it? Here we go, man. Got a solid rock candy. It's nice and red. We got it green. Back, we'll throw the batteries in here. And then we'll learn to play Super Mario. Ba-ba. Yeah. Oh. Ba 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 da ba 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 da ba da ba 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 da ba ba da ba ba da ba 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 da ba ra ba da da ba 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 da ba ba ba. All right. Ba 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 da ba da ba. Ba ba ba. Silly little touch screen. All right, let's get ready for another one that maybe will actually PB this time. Maybe. Here's the thing. I figure the more that I play this, obviously, the better I'll get. Gosh, 5 speed games. I don't know why I did this to myself. At least I studied some of them beforehand. 3, 2, 1, go.
Luigi.
But I did at least study some of them beforehand. So it's not too big of a deal. 5. New Super Mario Bros. New Super Mario Bros. Wii. New Super Mario Bros. 2. New Super Mario Wii U Deluxe. Wii U. And New Super Luigi U. All 5. Dude, New Super Luigi U is, like, awful. It's so hard when you're trying to speedrun. Oh my god, it sucks. Level 2, I can't tell you how much time I spent on level 2 a couple nights ago just trying to get through the level. It's brutal. So I'm taking the, like, a slightly easier way out. Bah! I didn't press and hold my jump button. That would have gotten me to the other Goomba if I did, but I did not. Woo! Didn't know NSLU was in new series runs? It is. It is indeed in new series runs. What's nice is that Multi Mario lets you use New Super Mario U Deluxe. That's what's really nice. Give me the RNG. Come on, blue shell. Come on, blue shell. Give me the blue. Give me the blue. Give me the blue. The blue, 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 the blue. Give me the good any percent. RNG. That is awful RNG. That's worse than just getting a fire flower. No, I'm not even powered up. Oops. I'm just gonna grab that one. Boy, howdy. Man. Ah! That didn't last very long, did it? Not that it's supposed to. Ba. Da 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 ba 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 ba. I want to know why. Which, by the way, guys, if you don't know, the new Super Mario Bros. New Super Mario Bros. For the DS on speedrun.com, the category extensions is just absolutely wild. Crap. Like, there's way too many of them. There's even one that's specifically called, instead of going for the any percent on the shell, you just go to the house and get the blue shell. And it's like, but isn't that just a backup for any percent? Why is that a separate category? Why is it a separate category? That's so silly. Oh, I know why I'm too slow on the fireball. I just realized I'm too slow on the fireball in the fire bar in Bowser's Castle because I've always been stopping to like get a mushroom. No wonder I've been too slow. Oh, that was really bad. Nice job, me. Almost did it again. This is bad already. I think that's the part that sucks. You make one small mistake like that in a 2D Mario game, it's all over. It's like, dude, didn't even get to stand a chance. Bup, 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 bup. Give me the good RNG. Give me the good RNG. Come on. Please give me the good RNG. Ah, I did that too early. I missed the shell. Give me that. Yes! This level is so much easier with the shell. Finally, a run that has the good RNG. For now. Might not later, but for now it definitely does. Ah! Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Ba ba da ba ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba ba. Look at that. We don't have to stop at the Toad House. That's already like 30 seconds saved, if that. But, you know, going off of me, 30 seconds. Oh my god, please, I swear, don't lose my damn shell. I just got it from the dry cleaners. Don't make it dirty. I still need a screen protector for the bottom of my 3DS screen. I should really look into getting that. Nice. Oh, I almost got the pro strat. So close. Ba-da-da-da-ba. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Luigi.
Bro, so much time save. We're basically an entire minute ahead of the last run, and last run could have also been a PB. See what happens when you get the nice RNG? Man. Ah, so good. So delicious. Crap. You got your ranks back, but then they all left. Then they all left? What? Dude, that's so mean. That's so rude. What the heck?
Luigi.
So rude. So crude. And apostalude. Man, that sucks. Ah! I'm not coming out of this shell. There we go. Okay. That's good enough for me. No!
Yay for me.
Ah, fireworks. Hugo, you should straight up though, Hugo, whenever you want to play Splat, like you should absolutely I'm pretty sure you're still in that one Discord with the work buddies. You should absolutely ping Aaron when you want to play some Splats as well. Like definitely Aaron likes playing the Splats, of course. All right, please don't lose the shell. Please don't lose the shell. Aaron's just leagues above you. Nah, well, I don't know about the salmon run. Probably like the standard play stuff, but salmon run, I don't know. I think you two are probably like pretty close. Please don't panic this time. Just do the thing and don't lose the turtle shell. That's all I will ask of you. Please don't lose the turtle. I just lost the turtle. I tried. Ba-da-da-da-da. I'm screwed, dude. I am so screwed. Bop, 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 bop.
Luigi.
Please just give me another turtle shell. That's all I want. Here's the thing. I think the thing that makes it worse is because, like, the other games, the other new Super Mario Bros. Games, you can get plenty of the other power-ups. Oh, yes! You can get, like, plenty of the other power-ups, but the turtle shell, you can basically only get it from, like, the red boxes, and it's just, like, sucks. If you miss, you know? Oh, we got the shell back so quickly. I'm glad. Man. But no, yeah, actually, yeah, we... Oh! Remind me, if you're still awake when stream ends after this run, remind me to update Splatoon. Okay, you can get it from red boxes and Hammer Bros. Hammer Bros basically count as red boxes. The way that they're built, they drop the same stuff red boxes do, okay? Listen. My logic is very sound in what I said. There you go. Update Stinky Splatoon, it misses you. It probably does. Too many speed games. Too many speed games to learn. Dude, there's already DLC for, I mean, it was already there to begin with, but, like, you know, they were, like, I guess in the process of making it. But, like, the first DLC has been released for the new Mario plus Rabbids, and I'm just like, ah! I'm only like maybe halfway through the game. Give me that one up. Yeah, that's what I like to see. First round of DLCs for Splats is not worth the money. Oh, no, yeah, absolutely not. It's literally just a new hub. Jump on the flagpole, dude. Holy crud, you dingus. Dingus.
Luigi.
Let's go, cannon. Wow, this run has been, like, even after losing the shell, this run has been surprisingly really good.
Here we go.
I'm obviously, you know, I'm gonna ruin that real soon, but
Luigi.
I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure I'll do okay. Oh no, yeah, definitely the story DLC wins out every time. Ah! See? I told you. I freaking told you.
Luigi.
God dang it. Give me the red box. What do we got? Oh, that's fine, I guess. Yo! I launched off the bird into the special. That's amazing. Normally you're supposed to hit a block and hit a springboard that takes you up there. I just bounced off the birds. Which is honestly hilarious. I love the sound that the game makes when you hit the pumpkins. It's so crunchy. Oh god, I wasn't sure I was gonna make that. Ah, please. I just want to get through the level and not die. That would be amazing. That's all I'm asking for. I swear it's not much. That was worth it. That's fine. Yes, that is true, Hugo. That's okay, though. They tend to do that. All right. Hey, yeah, ba-da-da-da. Hey, all right, spam swim. You butthead. Birds are chaotic in nature? Yes. Give me that. Yeah, it's really just my World 8 that, like, absolutely suffers. It's where the bulk of this game's, like, run is. It's just World 8. You asshole. Pardon my language. These guys, like, really suck.
Luigi.
Okay, what are we heading into? Tower. Okay, great. Give me goods. I don't like the looks of that. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Fun fact, you can just do this. See ya, nerd! Dang. I'm playing that as safe as I can for now. Yeah. And if I had the shell, I could just bounce around in here, you know. But I do not have the shell. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. That was actually a really poor idea. Game. Why? I'm just gonna... I'm gonna take him out real quick, because I can. I can hit him while he's in his shell. Good to know. Da-da-da-dum. Wow, this is a really good pace. Ah, it could have been so much better, though. Huh. Crazy. Crazy, indeed. See underwater level? Yep. Bye. Oh, yes. I actually should have kept the fire flower, but like, I love the shell too much to not take it. It's one of my favorite power-ups in the Mario series. I love the shell. It's so cool. You spend more time in World 8 than the others combined? Yeah, World 8 is where the run actually is. Like, you get to World 8, and then they're just like, oh, hey, here's actually the game. Wait a minute, do you like... Wait, do you actually swim faster with the shell? Wait, is that a thing that I never knew about? I feel like I'm going so much faster. Like, not even a joke. I genuinely feel like Luigi's going faster. Oh my god, he is. No wonder you keep the shell all the way up to this level. No freaking way. I'm gonna have to research that.
Yay for me, Luigi. Luigi.
I'll have to double check that. Because here's the deal. Now we do this. And we're going to be saying goodbye to the turtle shell in a moment. Ugh. Unless? Maybe not. Oh? Maybe not. Oh! No! I'm sad. I'm not sad, but like, damn. That's so silly. Ah! Get out of here, Spider-Man. Bye. Give me that, because I can, because it's there. Wait a little bit. Wait a little bit. Oh my god, I hate that. Why would you do that? It's like, oh, let me just swing right over to you. Just kidding. Psych! Wrong number. That's annoying. That's worse. That's really annoying. Who decided that that spawn spot was acceptable? Who decided that was okay? I guess it doesn't matter. I'm dead. Dude, come on. This is such a good run. What hell was that? What the hell was that? Dude! Freaking... Ah! Stop it! Holy crap. What is happening? What is happening?
Yay for me, Luigi.
Also, by the way, shoutouts to second place.
Luigi.
Second place in this game played as Luigi, which means either he had the world record at one point as Luigi, or he's just that good. Or maybe they'll take world record. All right, that was my own fault. I was really hoping that would work a lot better. It did not. It was really bad, and now we only have one life to work with, and that's horrible. That's really bad. Could you just give me the gosh darn flower, mister? I would like to leave with all of my bones. God damn! We're doing another one. Screw it.
Luigi.
That was way too good of a pace, and I just threw it out the window. I'm sad. Ah, brother.
What? Luigi.
Man, I'm upset about that. I will read that in a quick second. Ah, that was bad. I held on to jump a little too long. It's a crazy storm that was totally not man-made. What'd I miss?
Luigi.
Oh, on Peach's Castle. Right. RNG today? Nope.
Luigi.
Damn. Dang, dude. Ah, yep.
Luigi.
Amazing. Boneless pizza? Basically, honestly. Honestly, it's a little bit of boneless pizza.
What?
Brrrr.
Luigi.
Go, Ouija. Ba 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 da ba 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 da ba ba. Da 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 da. Crap damn. Think you're gonna head out. I'm a bit sick and you stream for about 8 to 9 hours. Switch! Mr. Oh yeah, you do. Get that ranch. Get that ranch. I kind of want to buy. I want to get some of the Papa Murphys and get some of that ranch and see if that pairs well. Yeah, Switch, go get some gosh darn sleep and get some hydration while you're at it. Ah. Jesus, game. Why you gotta do me like that? That's scaring me. Ah. Huh. There we go. Barely got any useful speed out of that. Come on! Didn't want to miss the Darker Side race. Yeah. It was the first Saturday I was free and they were doing SMO. Makes sense. Yeah, you've been going. You've been going, dude. All right, time for the backup. Next Saturday's race is SMG2 greens, but you're at work. RIP. Yeah. Got it. That was pretty quick. So is that like it's probably like a 20-second loss at this point? No, it's like a 10 to 15 second loss, actually. That wasn't that, like, horrible. I didn't even jump that high. Excuse me? I didn't even jump that high. What? That time I almost squished myself. That would have been on me entirely. I could have made that, maybe, potentially, possibly. But it's so scary! Stop, dude. Why did they build the corners like that? That's really frustrating. It's really frightening. Ah. Okay. Easy. Ah, nope. However, I can still do that. Ba-da-da-ba-ba. Dude, that was such a good pace. It was such a good pace. It was such a good pace, and I just threw it away. Oh, man. It was so good. I can't believe how good it was. Ah! The center of the cannon, nerd. Alright. Okay. I really got to work on that doc sheet for PBs. That way it's not just all commands. I don't know. It's not like there's anything wrong with the commands, but like there's going to be a lot more games on that list after this month, and it might be too many games. Bro. Dude. Okay, thank goodness. You know what? You have actually asked me about PAX before. It's been a while since you've asked me about PAX, but you have asked me about PAX before. I don't remember when. I do not remember when that was. God. I didn't let go of the B button, so I just bounced off the shell. Bounced off the tube, man. Did it. I gotta jump right there, man. I gotta jump from there, man. 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 Or else I'm gonna freaking die and lose my thing. Whatever. Don't care. Doesn't matter. I lost my shell. Who gives a care? Ah!
Yay for me,
Luigi. Yeah. What? Seattle. Red box? Red box? Blue shell? For me? Oh god, I missed. Yes! Blue shell for me. Let's go. I got the good RNG. I got the good RNG, baby. Let's go. I got good RNG. That is all that I can ask for. Holy. Yeah, Seattle was pretty chill. I had a good time up there. I did indeed have a good time when we visited. Go Ouija. Yoink. Get out of there, mister. This is my hole now. There you go. Nice. All right. Could have been a better run, that's for sure, but we're doing good. We're going places. We're doing things. We're doing stuff and things here. Oh, just hopefully in the future, during more runs this month, hopefully everything will be cleaned up a lot better. And we'll have to get some good RNGs with the runs. There we go. That's a perfect cannon entrance. Ba 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 ba. Ba da ba da. Da ba da ba da ba 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 da ba bum. Go Ouija. Ouija is my man. Oh, I love how much easier this level is with the shell. Ah, it's so much easier. Everything's getting all bushy. I feel like I'm gonna have to shave soon. Hello, English. Nice. Just gonna play it safe up there. go. Good. Nice. No! I mean, it's fine. I don't need the shell, but like, could have used the freaking shell. I hit the jump button. I swear to goodness, I just goofed that up really hard. Bruh. Ha, got one of them. Get wrecked, nerd. I didn't get any of them. I didn't get any of them. That was just the bomb. Sadness. Bup, 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 bup.
Luigi.
Bleh. Well, we're just bleeding time. All right. Come on, red box. Give me some goods. Give me some goods that are worth having. That is not it. All right. I'll work with that. That's fine. I'll work with that. Still not the best, though, but, you know, I'll work with it. Yo, let's go. I got a nice slide there. Don't know if that'll actually save me any time, but... yeah, it was cool. Okay. Cool.
Yay for me, Luigi.
Ba-ba-da-bum. Please don't tell me I ended on an even time. Don't tell me my numbers matched again in a castle. Like last time, and the time before that, and the time before that. No! Come on! Stop that! Stop that, please. I basically have no control over it because I have to go as fast as I can. That sucks. Man, I missed the shell. I missed the shell. I think I genuinely think you swim a little quicker with the shell. Again, I do have like the Wikipedia article about it pulled up. I just haven't had the chance to read it yet. Ah, dude. The amount of focus right now, it's crazy. It's almost like I'm swimming in SM64. Ba-bum.
Luigi.
Okay. We're doing on a scale of
Luigi.
1 to 10. We're doing fine. I don't know, dude. I did that like super late, but it's okay. That's fine. Ah! God. Bologna sauce, dude. Stop, stop, stop. Die. All of you spiders, get out of here. You are ruining the groove. Moving in the grooming. There we go. Nice. This is fine. That's not, but it's fine. We're gonna grab the star. And now it's not gonna matter that we just lost like everything. Alright, whatever, we made it.
Yay for me.
Did I take out?
Luigi.
No, wait. No, I still have forehead, I'm sure, right? I do have forehead. I
Luigi.
do still have that silly thing. I was like, wait a minute. Do I have forehead? The answer is yes. Yes, I do. Oh my god, I hit the jump button and he didn't jump!
Luigi.
Hit that. Jump, jump, jump. And slide on over. Slide on through those DMs. Zonk. Ha! Bonk. Lunk. Get like a mid rope. Yeah, alright. Give me this. I would feel more comfortable having at least one power up. Just one, that's all I really want. Oh, all I ever wanted was to see you smiling. Oh, all I ever wanted was you and me. I know that I love you, but baby, why don't you see that all I ever wanted was you and me? Okay, can I get a running jump over him? Ha! I can, but I still took damage. That's fine. I just wanted to see if I could, otherwise next time, I'm just gonna run through him. Like, I think I genuinely could. I just not the best at it at the moment. Okay. Where we at? Yeah. We can close this out, I think. I believe. Probably. 8-5 is the level that I keep dying in because I'm goofing while I'm going. It's not intentional goofs, but they are happening. Gimme. I need it for later. You never know. Oh, I wasn't sure if that double jump was actually going to make it up there. I'm so glad it did. Alright, we're good. Sexy. Just some minor hesitations, and that's okay.
For me. Luigi.
Alright, good, good. Excellent. Trying to figure out, I don't actually know if I'm actually in the right spot. Dude, imagine having the turtle shell in that one level again. It was so speedy. Imagine.
Here we go.
Should try a Metroid Fusion or Zero Mission Run. I know Metroid Dread was like a super popular speed game when it came out. There you go. Do, 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 do. Pup, 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 dup, bup, bup. No, dude. Ah. 4 seconds. Like, it might as well be 4 seconds. Okay, what level are we on? If you know what you're doing, you don't need a lot of items. That makes sense. Ah. Just gonna grab this really quick. Ay. Bonk. Ah, come on. There we go. Oh, my powers. Oh, God. This is bad. Never mind, we're fine. Give me that. Dope. Ah, hit the flagpole. In case you're wondering, the reason why Luigi ends up jumping like that is because I'm going for a jump, but right before I jump, I hit the base of the flagpole, and I'm hitting left, so that way Luigi is turned all the way around when he grabs the flagpole, and he doesn't have to do the animation to swing around the flagpole. But sometimes when I hit the base there, I just miss. Most runs are in the 45-minute average range. Ooh, interesting. There we go. I just really want some lives here. Like, I don't mind if I have to, like, damage boost through the final area, but, like... yeah, I'm out. I'm out. I'm going. I can't believe that worked. Dude, having a pocket shell, though, for real, for this stage, having a pocket shell, oh, that'd be amazing. All right. We got some snake tubes going. We've got... I don't know. I feel like this run is, like, probably on par of the last run, but, like, the last run was definitely a lot better in the earlier stages than this one. Like, literally the only difference now is that, you know, obviously I'm actually in the castle on the snake blocks and not, you know, dead. Ah! Oh my god, game, why would you do that? Why would you program that? That's so mean. That's so mean. I can't believe it. We actually still have 5 lives, too. That's impressive. Because I know for a fact I've died a few times. I'm pretty sure. You just sneeze 6 times. Bless you times 6. Ah, dang it, dude. We're not going to have Fire Flower for the Bowser Jr. fight. This is a problem. I screwed up. I got the... Oh, wait. Yeah, we will. Never mind. We're fine. We're fine. Just would have been nice to have one in the reserve, too. You know, in case I screw up. At least the snake block tower in Wii U, like the one tower that has snake blocks, you can skip it. Not the tower, but you can skip the snake blocks. But also, it's probably not the only tower with snake blocks in it. But you can skip the snake blocks for that. Dude! But you can skip the snake blocks for that tower. And that's all that matters, I guess. Dude, this is lame. Freaking lost my Fire Flower power again. Give me that shell. Bam. Worst stages besides auto-scroller? Eh. Snake blocks basically are auto-scrollers, so I mean... I goofed. Bye.
Yay for me, Luigi.
Okay, we've still got like a really decent chunk of time buffered for us right now, honestly. So we just need to play this properly. We really need to get that bounce off of Bowser Jr. at the very start of the final fight. So we can hop over and end up on that switch. But like it's so precise. It looks like such a precise jump. I missed. We do this and then this. And then this. We just kind of goofed there. Not the best, of course. And we jump here. Jump there and there and there and there. Like, I swear my booty's gonna get torched by the time I reach those torches. It's just how it feels. Roast and pepperoni, yep. Oh, that was super speedy. That was super speedy. Jump, 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 spawn. Jump, jump, pop, stop. Don't stop until you pop the drop. I don't know. Ah! Please. Lost some time there. Huh. I believe it's only time under 28 minutes that they need to do RTA and time without loads. So this run would not qualify for that, which is fine. Oh, I did it. Look at me go. I did it. I beat the fire wheel. I am a gamer. All right. Fingers crossed that I get this jump. Really should, like, reopen a closed tab, but here we go. Let's try it. What's the world record for this game? 23 minutes without loads. Like, 23 minutes out and, you know, some seconds. Ah! I missed the jump. With loads, 26 minutes. So, yeah. Oh, I had to go through this again. He caught himself on the ledge. We're still set for a PB though. Like, don't get me wrong. We're definitely still set for a PB here. Basically, the load times can differ when you're playing, just how the load times go with the DS. Some loads load differently, and that's just kind of, it's just what it do. Yo, what up, Blue Haven? Okay, so I'm getting the bounce off of the Bowser's head, like, way too early there, so that's not good. I would like to just, you know, not worry about that. You watched that stuff back? It was fun? Hell yeah. I'm glad you had a good time. Well, please stop landing on the corners. Stop landing on the corners. That's all I'm asking. I need to, like, check the videos and see exactly. You sped around that last board? You did. You freaking zoomed on the last board. You genuinely did. Reopen, close tab. Yep. I gotta rewatch that video. I would like a nice PB, but I will waste one more life. Nope. Okay. All right then. How do they do that jump? What? That actually doesn't make any sense. I'm looking at it right now. And like what? I'm so confused. Show me that jump again. Oh, we're in the same place now, but he's only a couple seconds ahead of me. Uh-oh. Video, this is not the time for that. I'm gonna just play this safe because I would like a PB. Oh! I see. I totally screwed up. While playing, you don't notice as much? Yeah. Alright, well, maybe we're not going to get a PB because I screwed up and I didn't realize I was on my last life. Whatever. The fact that we can still PB is what's important. Even if we don't PB tonight. By the way, if you fancy a look, I posted my latest build in Misk. Ooh. Okay. Okay. I'll take a peek. No, PB's like 100% dead. It's a 3407. It's not happening. I can never tell. Yeah, that's what I thought. Stop toasting me! Yeah, that's why I have to slow down. Because, yeah, it looks like it's disappearing right as I get there. It's not. It ain't. Boink. Okay, but this is fine. Clearly, I can actually speedrun this game, no matter how much trouble I was having with it the other night. And how much I complain about 2D Mario games being so precise and technical. Because they are. They're incredibly precise and technical. Ba ba da 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 ba da 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 ba. Are you streaming multiple places? Nah, I just stream one. I stream right here. Ah, god dang it! So who are you answering? Mostly myself. And just stream in general. It's not that anybody asked a question. I talk a lot. I'm a talker. Oh, it seemed like someone asked something? Nah, that's fair. It's because like earlier in the stream I mentioned how I always feel like these things are gonna torch me. Pizza or hamburger? Pizza. I'm always like, man, I don't know when these things are gonna stop, and I feel like I'm just gonna get torched. God, that one also almost torched me. And then, lo and behold, I finally got torched, and I'm like, aha. Chinese takeout or Indian food? Depends on the places. But usually Chinese. There's some pretty good Indian food near me, though. Dude, freaking jump. I'm hitting the jump button. I need you to jump when I hit the jump button. It's that easy. I'm just saying. I jump and you jump, and that's what we do. I'm just saying, it's really easy to jump, Luigi. You prefer Indian? That's valid. Booba or Bunda? I guess it depends on how I'm feeling. You frickin' bajingas. You a Bunda guy? That's valid. This also could have been a run, but I like absolutely goofed it. But also, I understand having a closer look at the Bowser Jr. bounce. It's very clear that he just like. Also, I made. Wait, what? What'd I do? What? You feel insulted? What did I do? What happened? No VIP after 3 years. Blue. It's good to just randomly talk. It's a skill I need to own. I mean... Ah! I goofed. Listen, Blue. A lot of the VIPs I don't like. I genuinely just don't. I don't give them out. Same with like mods. I think I only have like 2 mods. One I see here more than the other, but the other one I do see here occasionally. Usually at the start of my streams. I am technically one of your mods because you modded me, but you didn't ask me if I wanted to be your mod. You're just like, okay, you're a mod. I showed up and I had a sword by my name, and I said, oh. Okay. It's just, oh, alright then. I just want to finish this run, please, so I can go to bed. Oh. It was dead so long ago. I just want to like, no bed for Bonzo. Rip Bozo, man. Also, I don't know why sometimes the FFZ stuff pops up properly, and then sometimes it doesn't. I'm still not sure why it's doing that. Maybe if I guess I'll just have to like refresh the case some more, or something. I don't know. Ah! Because FFC and BTTV is 4 years ago. Nope, not doing 7TV. That's too much. There's too much. There's way too much responsibility with 7TV. Too many emotes, I would say, even. Yep. I think one of the bonuses if I did do 7TV is I could do, God, what is it? It's like roll boost, cancel, triple jump, wall, reversal that saves 0.5 seconds or whatever that goofy long name is. There we go. That's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to jump on top of the dry bones, crouched. Have you considered not enough emotes? No, I have plenty of FFC and BTTV. I have plenty of those. I don't even have all of them filled up. I just logged in one day to edit some emotes, and BTTV was just like, yeah, you have 50 slots. And I was like, excuse me? I didn't even subscribe. Why do I have 50 slots? I definitely don't need 250 slots of emotes. That's so many. The desperate because 7TV took the whole game? That would explain it. Man. Oh, actually, I still made that. I'm shocked. I almost stabbed myself in the eye. Oh my goodness. Then again, I'm not consistent. Okay, let's get that Bowser Jr. pop. I want it. I want it. I have figured out. I watched the video again. And it makes sense. However, if I can actually do it, that's the real question. I goofed. I goofed up. I goofed, son. All right. I've got 3 more lives to try. And then I'll do 2 lives, and then I'll just do it normal if I don't get it. Oh, there's so much potential for PB for me if I could just stop throwing the runs. For real, dude. Okay. I think I need to do like a lighter jump, maybe. Maybe even a lighter jump, too. Oh, I forgot to press and hold jump that time. I actually got the Bowser Jr. jump. I just forgot to, like, hold the jump button after landing on his face. You think we'll ever finish Vesperia? Eventually. I would like to finish that game. It's a wonderful game. I'll finish it at some point. Okay, so jump, turn around, press and hold the jump button, and then I think as soon as I bounce off of Bowser Jr., press and hold right. That's it. Easy. Okay, that's super easy. Now that I understand how it works, that's really easy. I can go to sleep! Ah! Oh, God. That could have been such a good run. Well, no PB today. Maybe next week. Next week will be good for a PB. All right. We've got a lot happening. We've got a lot happening around the arcade this weekend and this whole month. We've got a lot happening. We've got commentary for the Cool Cat Gang and for Markinator for Mario Sunday tomorrow, as well as learning the route for Super Mario, New Super Mario Bros. Wii, because I did not do that. Oops. It's the one New Super Mario Bros. Game that I haven't touched yet. But we gotta do that. Monday will be New Super Mario Bros. 2, and Tuesday will be New Super Mario U and New Super Luigi U, as well as a bingo tournament match on Tuesday and 2 back-to-back matches next Friday. But for now, that's gonna be all for New Soup today. That will be it. Let me see who the gosh hecky is online, and I think it's time. We're gonna go